Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are back on the hunt for those wonderful Ardenweald mounts. But unlike some of our easier quarry, the Swift Gloomhoof is going to put up one hell of a fight. There are going to be a number of parts to this one. First, we shall be exploring. Then, if you are like me and haven't bothered to do any of the side quests in Ardenweald, there's going to be some questing to complete. Then, a little bit of a catch-up with one of our faves, Ysera, and finally, we shall enter the Shadow Realm and face our nightmare. And once we've done all of that, then finally we will have our new shiny mount. Easy, right? Now first up, to start all of this, we are going to need to collect the Broken Soul Web. Now be aware, to pick this up you are going to need to be level 60, but as a lot of the mobs in this area are elites, that's probably not a bad thing. Now this is located beyond the Tyrannosaurus, better known as the Maze in Ardenweald. You know that lower down platform? I would suggest flying to route home, probably skirting around the north of the maze, you don't need to go in it. Then once you are at the very western edge of the maze, at the top of the waterfall, you can either jump off and be flashy if you want, or there is a path to the left, you can just head on down. And down is where we need to go, we need to be at this lower level. For our prize is located upon one of those elevated platforms. Coordinates, by the way, for all of these different areas and items will be down in the description. Now, a lot of the guides will say to you, make sure you've got goblin gliders on you. And to be fair, that is not a bad idea, just in general. Given that we can't fly at the moment, having a couple of goblin gliders there is always good. Now, once you're at the bottom by the waterfall with the guards, you can plan how you want to do this. The most common way to do it is, as I say, with goblin gliders, and that is to head to 1805, 6207, use the glider to jump onto the tree root, climb up the platform. Once you get to the very top, you'll be above the cart. Literally use the goblin glider again, jump across, and then you are there. But if you are a warlock or you have the Venthyr ability, life becomes much, much easier. You can just use one of those abilities to teleport onto the top of the platform, nice and easy. Now you can see here both my Warlock and my DK got to the top without having gliders. Now it's entirely up to you how you want to approach this. I will say that if you are below probably like 170 eye level, the last boss, Nightmare, is a flat out killer. I've heard people with sort of 200 item level not being able to do this thing. So to make life easier all round, why not just grab a friend, preferably a Warlock, and just get them to teleport you up to the top. That means that this bit is going to be far easier, and the very end is going to be far, far easier. Now, once you have your soul web, it is time to see if you need to complete stages 2 and 3. Because there are two quest chains, two side quest chains that need to be completed. They are the Gromlin Corral and the Tricky Spriggan. Now, if you go into your achievements, you can either search or look up the quest under Quest Shadowlands for the Sojourner of Ardenweald. If you have both of these quest chains complete, then congrats! You've saved yourself a ton of time. If not, then my friend, it's time to get questing. Now we're going to start off with the Gromlin Corral. There are 7 quests in total for this one. It starts at 5113, 3387 with the Lady of the Falls. You are asked to head north and check what is happening, what's going on there. You can find Foreman Theodora at 466 294. The foreman will ask you to destroy 10 eggs for the quest Breaking a Few Eggs. At the same time as doing this, you will be asked to kill the 3 egg tenders for tending to the tenders, both of which can then be handed back to the foreman. Once you've handed them in, it's time to heal the wounded. For the quest Unsafe Working Place, you want to head east from the foreman and you will see a number of wounded laying about. Use the item that you've been given to heal them. Might have just been me, but just a little side note, I was unable to click on my quest item, as you can see there on the quest bar. Instead, I had to actually go into my bags and do it. Don't know if that was just me or something to be aware of. While you are saving these people, you will notice there is an NPC in the area offering you a quest. You want to grab this one. This is Fluttercutch, located at 48244. Now, Fluttercutch is going to want you to grab branches. They are located in the river to the south. Side note, keep an eye out. There is a rare that wanders around this area. It doesn't stop, it just keeps on going. If you eventually manage to kill it as it's going past, you will get yourself a little battle pet. There you go. Once you've collected all the branches, make sure, of course, you have done all of the healing that is needed as well. You will then receive the quest, Tide Totem Totter. It's easy for me to say. Don't worry, if you haven't handed in unsafe workspace, that's fine. That should still be outstanding. Once you've collected the lore, it's time to round up some gromlings. Just run past them and they will follow you as long as they've been caught by the circle of the lore. Be aware, hostile ads will still attack you while you're doing this. It is worth slowly heading your way west, because that's where the hand-in is for this quest. And also there is a pack of gromlings that spawns not far away from where you hand it in, and they just keep respawning over and over again. So it's nice and easy if you haven't got them while you are travelling there. Once you complete that, it is time to head back to the foreman that is literally a short walk up the road. The foreman will then give you the quest. Well, tell the lady! Hand that in and your work is done. Gromling complete. Well, our work's not entirely done. No. Now it is time to complete the tricky Spriggans. This again is started by the lady. You will be told to locate 3 missing people. Over to the east we go. But fear not, this is not just a bug hunt. Oh no, because you will be given the quest Idle Hands as well, requiring you to kill 12 invaders. As you approach the quest area, you will also see a helpful fairy, who will give you the quest, the Sweat of Our Brow. This will require you to disarm 6 booby traps. Oh, how I hate this quest. This is pure RNG, by the way. You can click on these items, and either you will disarm them, or it will set the trap off, and you will just be stunned, unable to move for a couple of seconds. Cheers for that, please. Another quest you want to get early on is the Craftsman Needs No Tools. This is started by one of the people you have been sent to locate, Elder Finn, located at 55.8, 23.4. You will need to kill the invaders to collect the missing tool, which goes nicely hand in hand with the quest Idle Hands, which requires you to kill a load of things. Each person you are sent to locate will give you a quest. The next up is a nice and easy one, that is name's on the screen because I can't pronounce it. Will ask you to collect 6 river sediment. This is a nice and easy one compared to the others in this quest chain. You will find these at the base of almost every waterfall in the area. Last on our list of people to find is the extremely important Elder Jirwinna. Yeah, easy for me to say. You will find out why she's important later on. But the quest that you will get is the games we play. This, depending on your mindset, is either a fun little quest and something different to do, or a pain in the bum. You will find a small jar by the river. Once you click on it, a Spriggan will appear, looking to play a game. Get it wrong and you are turned into a toad. Get it right and a secret shall be revealed. The basic idea of this quest is to reply to what you're being told with an emote. There are 6 in total. The main bit that matters is the last bit of what you're being told. So, something like, not so much as a word of praise. You would need to do /praise. The other Spriggans were all cheering my name for days. /cheer. Dance with me. I imagine you can guess this one. /dance. Introductions were an important part of first impressions. This one may stump a few people that don't know that /introduce is actually an emote. Next we have, some ask permission and always thank us for our trouble. You just do /thank. And last of all, how strong he must have been. Just type /strong and that's it. Do all of that and the Spriggan will give you a helpful bit of information about your next quest. Speaking of that quest, it is time to go back and receive the quest Outplayed. Yes, the bit of information we got is that our quarry has an allergic reaction, so we're going to throw some powder near the table, and once Wart appears, we're going to kill him. Yep, it's the kind of friendly person we are. Then we head back to the lady, hand in, and that is our second quest line complete. If, by the way, you have skipped to this point in the video because you've already done all that, well, grats to you for being ahead of the game. Now, if you have just completed that questline, you may need to wait for a second because what we need is Elder Gwen to return to camp near the lady. If you've already done this, then you should be located around 50.4 to 33. I will say at this point, I did have to log out and then log back in. That may just be because I'm impatient, but once I log back in, I could see her. Then once you're done, make sure you've dismounted, go up to the Elder and talk to her. She will offer to fix your soul web, but it will require 10 lightless silk. And so with your soul web fixed, something is still missing. It requires an infusion of power from none other than Ysera. Now this was a stumbling point because Ysera is located in the very heart of Ardenweald, the Night Fae area. But fear not, if you fly to the refuge point, you will then be able to talk to a guard in that area if you're not Night Fae. Simply say to them you wish to speak to Ysera, and the guard will inform her, and she will actually walk outside so that you can talk to her. No need to be Night Fae to get this one. Ysera will then empower your soul web, giving you a dream catcher. Once you have this, it is time for the final phase. It is time to face our nightmares. Head to the Hibernal Hollow. Now, Nightmare runs around the outside of the hollow, between the hollow and the hills, as you can see here. Once you are past the guards, if you click your dream catcher, the area around you will change. The mobs will disappear and it'll go all shady and edgelordy. Now be aware, this only lasts for 6 minutes, this buff. If you walk outside the area, you will instantly lose it. Yes, and you'll go back into the normal phase of the game. It may be worth creating a weak aura to tell you that you're about to lose this, or something like a tell me when, just so you know the buff's about to come off. The reason being is you do not want to be in a crazy long fight with Nightmare and all of a sudden lose the buff when you're at 30% of boss health. Yes, that happened to me and it was not amusing. Learn from my pain, ladies and gentlemen. Nightmare is a flat out killer. I will say this again, doesn't matter how many times I said it before, have friends with you for this one. It can be soloed. I did it on a 175 lock, but I have heard of people with like item level 200 not being able to do this. It is crazy hard. You're looking at probably just under 5,000 damage per hit, plus you'll get an ability thrown at you called Ancestral Charge, when Nightmare will just charge at a target. This, I will say, was not that big of an issue. The next two, they're the big ones. You have Total Eclipse, where basically Nightmare brings the moon down from the sky, crashing it into the ground. It does a whole chunk of damage if you are within 25 yards of Nightmare. The other is Cosmic Shower. You can interrupt this or just run away from it. I end up getting into a pattern of, during Total Eclipse, I would heal my pet or resummon, if I happen to be particularly low on health, because Nightfare doesn't move while casting this. Then, I would just use Lifesteal until my pet once again had aggro. During Cosmic Rain, I would worry about myself. You can either interrupt it, or as I say, you can run off. I, to be fair, just Lifestealed through it, took the pain, and then rinse repeated. To be honest, just bring friends. Then more of you can get the mount. It's a win-win. I will say though, if you want a challenge, this one was a lot of fun to solo after I had killed it. At the time, this is probably the most frustrating thing I've done in a long time. But that's it. Once Nightmare has been defeated, you will be the proud owner of the Swift Gloomhoof. Ladies and gentlemen, that is enough from me. I hope this guide helps you out. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Have a great day. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.